Alright everyone, welcome back. This right here is the Bandai 8-inch Megalon. There are bootlegs of this available, and you know, to be quite honest, I forget how you're supposed to differentiate between the originals and the bootlegs. But then again, of course, you gotta make sure that the telltale signs are there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There's a little bit of glare, so I apologize, but it says Bandai Japan on his right foot, and again his name in katakana. Again, there's a little bit of glare, so I apologize for that. And of course the tag is attached to the back. But anyway, this figure I bought in Japan when I visited. It was about, I think, $30. And it's one of the more popular Bandai figures for the Showa characters for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that's not to say it's a bad figure. You know, it's pretty serviceable for Megalon. It's got the nice crest here. You know, if you get one, try to make sure that there are no paint nicks on the crest, because it is in a silverish color, and it would really stand out if there were any blemishes on the crest. The drill hands, or whatever they're supposed to be. His articulation, the arms move up and down. The legs have some rotation at the hip joint. One of the nice things about the figure, we'll zoom in a little bit there, you know, see it, the eye. The Megalon's supposed to be, I believe, like some large cockroach that is bipedal, but the eye has some, or beetle or some such. The eye has some very nice texturing going on in there. It's individual little grooves that comprise the entire eye. It's a nice sculpting detail, just like an insect. The mouth is sculpted pretty well, and he does have that kind of angry Megalon grimace that's going on. If you have an Xbox and you've played any of those games by Pipeworks and Atari that's been out since I believe 2003, you know, any of the iterations like Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters Melee, Godzilla Save the Earth, Godzilla Unleashed, I think that's all of them from that series. Megalon's always been a part of that series. Actually, I don't believe if he was in Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, but he's a part of it. He can burrow underground. I don't remember if he did that in the movie or not, because I haven't actually seen the movie in a very long time. Other things about the figure, the back has a nice detail, kind of some type of pattern on the cockroach wings or beetle wings or whatever he's really supposed to be. The tag is the Destroy All Monsters tag, as I've mentioned before. And the back of it, again, has the remnants of the price tag from the Japanese store, and it's been peeled off, not by me. It says Megalon in katakana. It has a gold sticker on it. All in all, a pretty serviceable representation of Megalon. The obvious difference, I believe, is that his antennae aren't molded onto this figure, or they're kind of molded a little bit. These little stubs here. Let's try and get a closer look. Yeah, these little stubs right here. There's one right there and one right there. Those are where his antennae are supposed to be, and if you actually get like a model kit or something of this figure, I think the YMSF 6-inch figure might have done the antennae. I don't have it, so I'm not sure. That, I think, is the obvious thing that's missing from the Bandai figure. Overall, he's available on eBay with tag price fluctuates, and I don't know why he's so popular. I guess because the movie itself, the overly kind of human look of Godzilla, of the Godzilla suit in that particular movie, and the comical way that the characters are presented, I guess it's kind of endearing to longtime fans, especially if you're a kid and you saw that movie growing up. You know, I'm not saying I did. I would be like over 40, 50 years old. I'm not. But it would be pretty endearing if you saw that movie, I suppose. So Megalon's one of the more popular ones. I guess Gorosaurus and Mogera or Mogera or however you want to pronounce it. You know, actually there was a Bandai price guide, so to speak. I think that was released by G-Fan, maybe it was last month or 2 months ago, and coincidentally there was also a Bandai price guide that was released on MonsterZero.com, or maybe not Monster Zero per se, but the associate website. The name escapes me. I think it's Kaiju HQ. I'm probably getting it totally wrong, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. They did an article listing all the Bandai prices that they thought the figures commanded, as well as which ones were kind of the more popular ones with the collectors, and Megalon, or the Bandai Megalon, is one of them. So that's him, and we're going to go ahead and close this off.